my gosh. It's September 20th. I'm at home right now and I'm getting ready to take off on a 4-day. Well, technically it's two days, but I'll be gone for 4 days. So I leave today. I'm going to fly up to Oakland and stay tonight in a hotel room with some of my training classmates. And then I will fly my 2-day, come back to Oakland for 1 night, and then go on my 2-day, second 2-day. And then I should get home. I should get home around noon, or back to Oakland around noon-ish, I think. And then I'll fly back down to Burbank and drive home, which is super cool. Which is why I was so excited about being based in Oakland, so I don't have to hang out in Dallas and fly 3 hours to get home. So anyway, I did some food prep yesterday, and I'm very proud of myself because, you know, I'm not a very good food prepper. I end up with like frozen dinners and stuff in my lunch. So I did food prep yesterday. I cooked a lot. I have a few new storage things that I want to show you, and we're going to put that all together. And so if you're interested in seeing what I'm food prepping for this trip, hang in and check it out. So I have this creamer right now. I'm not super picky about creamers, except for I don't like the really sweet ones, like tons of sugar. This one only has 3 grams of sugar per serving, and it is coconut milk, made with coconut milk. So I put a little bit of that in, and then I put my coffee in the blender, and then I started doing this, I don't even remember, a while ago. I use a half a scoop, or half-ish, of this vanilla milkshake protein powder. Put that in the blender, and sometimes I have like MCT oil, or I put coconut oil in, or for a while I was doing butter. Which is really delicious. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but if you follow like the keto diet at all, a lot of people put butter in their coffee. So yeah, I just do that and pop it in the blender, and I used to do it in my shaker, but for some reason the protein doesn't like to blend in the shaker, depending on what creamer I use. So I got this Ninja blender, and it's super easy to use and to clean up, so I just started using that. Now when I'm on a trip, I do take protein powder with me. I'm thinking about taking that creamer with me. I don't know, it just depends on how much room I have once I get all my food in there, because it's not really an essential item that I bring. But yeah, so we'll see. Quite delicious. It's kind of nice if you're in a hurry, you're busy, gotta get out the door, and you want to get a little protein. Pop in your coffee and kind of hold you over for a while until you can actually eat, you know, especially if early show times. Sometimes you don't want to eat at 4:30 in the morning. So that's my little coffee concoction. Okay, hi guys and welcome back. I am going to show you what is in my bag that I'm taking with me on my trip. I am heading out today. I fly in from Burbank today, and then I will stay in Oakland tonight, and then I have an early showtime tomorrow, some ridiculous like 5:30 a.m. showtime, or report time, whatever they call it now. I don't know. So I'm completely ready. My bag is packed. I just need to put on my uniform. I always travel in uniform now because Burbank does not have KCM, which if you don't know, KCM is known crew member, which means that we get to, as crew members, kind of bypass some of the security checks that regular people who don't travel a lot have to do, as far as like liquid amounts and taking out everything, you know, electronic, taking your shoes off, all those things. So they don't have that in Burbank. So if I travel in uniform, I still get to bring all my liquids, and they don't give me as much issue unless there's a lot of randoms, which have been happening lately. So hopefully I'll get through pretty easy. But yeah, so I just need to put on my uniform, and then I'm gonna get this bag packed. So I did do some cooking, which I don't normally do. I am not a cook. I don't enjoy cooking. Well, I mostly don't enjoy cleaning, and I'm not into cooking, so I don't usually spend a lot of time prepping my foods. But I decided, since I was home, and I'm really trying to do two things as far as packing my own food. A, eat better, eat more healthy, try not to, you know, hit the fast food spots. And also B, save some money, because when you eat airport food or eat out a lot, it tends to add up. So, therefore, I am packing my own food. So I'm going to start with snack items first, and then I'll go on to like my main eating things, like meal type of items. So snack items, I went to a store that I have never been to. It is called Grocery Outlet, and I have never actually heard of it until it moved in to an old grocery store location here in my town. And if you've ever been to an Aldi, it's similar to an Aldi, but I don't really know what the difference is. It has pretty good prices on things. It is one of those places where it's hit or miss. You don't really know what you're going to get when you go there. So if you're stuck on a brand, you're probably not going to find that brand there. I think Aldi has a little more like obscure items, like you've probably never heard of, whereas Grocery Outlet is more like things that you've heard of, like cereal brands and chips and drinks and stuff like that. So I tried it out, and I got a few things there. Don't really know if they're much better pricing or whatever, but I just did it anyway. So, alright, snack items. I got these almond cream crunch mix, which is kind of like a trail mix, so I'm putting a couple of those in. There were 7 in the bag, and honestly, like, I put these in, a lot of times I don't end up eating them because they just don't appeal to me at the time. But I like to have them just in case, like if I'm starving, especially on my commute home or whatever, it's nice to have little things like that. I got these actually at Trader Joe's. They were $1.69 each, which for a little bit of protein I think is a pretty good deal. If you're interested, they are Whole30 approved if you do that kind of paleo-ish lifestyle. This is a grass-fed beef stick, and this is a free-range turkey stick. So stuff like this is nice to have, like I said, if you're in a hurry, which a lot of times, you know, when you're flying, you don't get a lot of time to eat anything. So snack-wise, I also picked these up, which are really pricey. I think it was almost $5 for this little tiny bag. They are sweet and spicy pecans from Trader Joe's, but they are so delicious that I don't care how much they were because I wanted them. Alright, other snack items. I have posted these before. I've used these for the gym. I use them a lot. They're really great to have on hand. Everybody asks me if I'm fine when I have them, but I don't really care because they give me a little bit of energy and fill up my tummy, and they're healthy. So these are the Go-Go Squeeze. These ones are apple mango. So I have 3 of those that I'm putting in. Let's see, snacky. I do usually like to have something sweet in my bag. I'm not a huge sweets person. I don't eat like, you know, loads and loads of candy or cookies or whatever, but I do like to have a little nibble of sweets. So I found these. Oh, I wish I had the package. But anyway, I got these at that grocery outlet as well. And they're called Snickerdoodle Bites or something like that. But so there's like Snickerdoodle dough wrapped in chocolate. So that is my little treat, sweet treat that I have on hand. Let's see. Also, I like to have these little I either do cheese sticks or these were on sale, so I got the little cheese squares. So I like to have that. I try not to do too much dairy, but it's just so darn convenient. So cheese. I think that's the gist of my snacks. I don't really pack any like chips or anything. Which sometimes I regret because I do like to have a little crunch. But sometimes I can just take like the pretzels off the airplane or whatever. Alright, so as far as like actual food items, I'll just start here because this is closest. I usually pack a few yogurts just to have as far as like for breakfast because especially seems like most of my report times are super stinking early, so, and I'm not usually that hungry, so this is nice, like, if I'm not hungry right out of the gate, like, I can just inhale this real quick, like, on a ground, like, when we land. So that's that, and then, oh, I forgot, this is kind of a snack item. I found this also at the grocery outlet, which is, it definitely was cheaper than you would find it in the store. This is the RX nut butter, and doesn't have a bunch of sugar or anything in it, which is what I like, but it has like the fat content, which if you don't know, fatty foods, healthy fatty foods like nuts, avocados, cheese, what else? I can't think of anything else right now, but like, or like cream cheese, stuff like that, keeps you full longer, so it satisfies your hunger for a longer amount of time. So if you can get a little thing of nut butter, I usually pack the packets, which I actually do have a couple of ones I got last time. These are Barney butter. I got these at Walmart, little packets. They're really small though. They're a lot smaller than like if you buy like the Jif peanut butters or whatever. They're fine. I mean, like I said, it's pretty small. But I used one for like half an apple and that was fine. It covered it. But anyway, I'm bringing this to have a little more, so I can just take a spoonful if I want to, okay, so next up, I'm going to make myself a couple of sandwiches. I got these little sandwich thins, which I really like, because I like bread, and it's bread. But these are tasty, they're not like super bready, and I like them because they're like a little more substantial than like squishy bread, and I don't like huge like thick bread. So I'm going to make a couple of little sandwiches with Trader Joe's oven roasted turkey breast and some cheese. Will be that Jack cheese. So I figured that would be nice to have if I'm just, you know, quickly want to grab something to eat. I wanted to show you, let's see. I wanted to show you these little things that I got. So these are, I was looking for some reusable like Ziploc type of bags. You know, just trying to be a little more conscious of the earth, you know, hurt not the earth. And so I bought a couple of these. These are not cheap, people. I think they were like 11 bucks a piece. So, I mean, I guess if you think about it, you're going to use them over and over again. You're not going to buy a bunch of bags. But it was a little bit shocking to pay $11 for one little container. But I did it because everybody was raving about them. So I got these and I made some chicken. I actually found a bag of chicken at the grocery outlet that was already marinated. It was like olive oil and sea salt. It sounded really good and actually smells amazing. So I cooked that up. So I put a portion in each. And then in a minute I'm going to cook up this little frozen packet of rice. And I'm going to throw half in one and half in the other. So the cool thing about these though is that you can microwave them. You can throw them in a pot of boiling water, which I heard through the grapevine that, and I don't know if this is allowed. Maybe this is not allowed. And I've heard that people put them like in a boiling, like the hot water on the aircraft. I don't know how they do it, but anyway, but I'm going to save these for probably the hotel, for microwaving in the hotel. I doubt I will be eating that on the aircraft. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and then I'm going to put a couple little extra baggies of chicken in, just because I do have two 2-day trips. So, and I'll probably throw in another frozen majig of rice, just to have that on hand. Okay, so also what I made, which I have made these before, and the reason why I don't like making them is because they flipping stick to the muffin pan. And I have tried them every different way. I've tried them in a silicone, I've tried them in papers, I've tried them just in the pan with putting like tons of oil in there so they won't stick. They always stick. And anyone who tells me they don't stick, tell me what magic you use, because I've never ever been able to make them that they don't stick. So these are egg muffins. The ingredients of these ones are eggs, turkey sausage, cheese, and seasonings. That's it. That's all I put in there. So I put 2 in a baggie. Those are also good for just snacking or for breakfast if you so choose, or if you're starving, whatever you want. So that's it. I'm going to bring an avocado because I love avocados. Probably going to throw a couple apples in. I also hard-boiled up a bunch of eggs for the house. So I'm gonna peel those and put about 4 in a bag and bring those. And then I wanted to show you, because I can't have hard-boiled eggs without some very important items, and that is salt and pepper. And I found this adorable little salt and pepper shaker at the Container Store. So it's got like 2 sides, and then it's just teeny tiny, and you just put your own salt and pepper in there. So now I don't have to like hoard little salt and pepper packets, which end up getting lost or wet and don't use. They don't work. So I got those, pretty cool. And then I also bought at Container Store, I bought these little containers. They are from Sistema To Go. I've seen this brand before on Amazon, but I didn't get them at Amazon. I got them at the Container Store. And I'm going to put mustard, mayo for my sandwiches, because I don't want to put it on there because that's gross. And then I'm going to put sour cream because I'm also going to make a couple small burritos to take with me. Now, I know that seems like a lot of food, but I am going to be gone for 4 days. So I am trying to do the best I can to bring things that I will actually eat, because I have done that a lot. I've done that in the past where I bring things and I'm like, ugh, I do not want this. So I'm trying to pack things that I will actually eat and that don't take up a ton of space. So I thought burrito sandwiches, those are good, small things that I will actually eat, hopefully. And last but not least, muy importante, mini wines. Yes, I always pack these. Well, almost always. I forgot last time, but I have one more in the cart that I forgot. So a little bit of wine to have on hand when I go to the hotel room and I don't want to go out or spend money. That seems to be the theme. So that is my bag. Oh, I forgot one thing on the top here I wanted to show you, which I think I've shown before, but I have some protein bars, and some M&Ms that a pilot gave me. My little bag of protein, which I showed you I like to put in my coffee. And then also, I do have a couple of packs of oatmeal, just in case. I do not love eating oatmeal, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's pretty much everything. I have some silverware in here. I usually recycle my silverware. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for my bag. I love my bag. I'm a little upset one of the zippers broke, and I think you guys were there when I bought this. Not that long ago. Well, it was in Houston, so maybe almost a year. Yeah, you guys, can you believe it was a year ago I got transferred to Houston? So happy to be based in California. The likelihood of me going to LAX anytime soon or ever is very slim, unless they do something magical to make it not ridiculously crazy traffic to get there. Also, I found out that the employee parking is pretty pricey. So yeah, so I'm pretty stoked. I got my parking all set up at Burbank. It's about an hour away, which is the same as LAX, but LAX is never only an hour unless it's at like 3 in the morning. And yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm stoked to be heading out on my second and third trip. And still working seat position, which is essentially where they put you when you first start, just so you can kind of get the feel. It's, I would say, it's a very forward-facing position because you are right in the middle of the aircraft, and so you're on there during boarding and everything. But it's not as detail intensive as the A position, which is in the front. So I do have an A position trip that I'm picking up in October, so I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm very excited because it's a very awesome overnight that I'm going to definitely video, because it's something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, since my daughter was a baby. So yeah, so that's it for today, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'm not going to take you on a trip because I'm not ready yet. Probably after this weekend, the next trip, I'll be ready to video on a trip. But I'm still just trying to, keep my life together without having the added pressure to take video. So that's all for now. I'm so thankful that you guys are watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to subscribe. You know what I do love about it's our channel together, is that it's very organic in growth, and I don't have that many subscribers, but honestly I don't care. Like, I like that I feel like the people that subscribe actually watch. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.